everyone, today 5 lavender decor ideas for spring. And by the way, if you're new here, I'm Tonya. Welcome to my channel. And I do hope that you all like, share, and subscribe. Now for our first DIY, we're going to be taking one of these butterflies from the Crafter Square section, some tumbling tower blocks, and I'm going to use the tumbling tower blocks to just raise the butterfly up a little bit and make it look like it's elevated. Now that back piece I picked up in the Dollar Tree Plus section. They're $3 and I think they are perfect for the farmhouse decor. And of course, we're still working on our Farmhouse February. Now I'm just going to pop that little butterfly right there in the center, and then I'm going to be using some of these stickers. Everyone, I've used these stickers throughout this video and they have turned out to be such a nice little accent and really added some really charm to these designs by just giving it a little something extra. Now I decided just to put a couple of those little butterfly stickers on there. You can see I did hot glue those on, and then of course once you paint over this it will kind of seal them in and the stickers won't come up. But I'm using some white linen chalk paint today by Rust-Oleum, and I really love that. I usually buy that in a quart and it really lasts a long time, and it's the perfect color, especially if you're like me and you love the neutral decor. Now you want to make sure you dry that really well. Now that's the DIY old and gray patina paint, and I'm going to be using that throughout the video today also. And I just wanted these to kind of have that farmhouse feel to them. There's a couple of them that are a little bit on the shabby chic side, but I think they still have that farmhouse feel. Now I'm just using a sponge brush and kind of dabbing that on almost to make it look like concrete in a way. And then I'm going to take these lavender stems. Everyone, if you have not been to Dollar General, go to Dollar General and grab some of these lavender stems. I think these are some of the most realistic lavender stems that I've been able to find. Now I cut those down pretty short, and what we're going to do is make this really simple and elegant. I'm just going to take and wrap the bottom of this in some rope twine, and this design could not have been simpler. And I'm going to make like a little bouquet, and I just want to place that right beside my little butterfly. Now to finish this design off, I'm going to add a little rope twine bow right there at the base of the bouquet, and then I've got another little surprise I'm going to add to this butterfly. Now these bows, I just like to wrap some twine around my fingers 4 or 5 times and just tie it off in the middle and then just pop that on there, and I think that is just so simple. Now I found this 24 gauge wire at Hobby Lobby, and I love how it has that copper color tone, and I thought this would be so neat to add some feelers to the butterfly, and that way with the copper color you would be able to see them poking up in the little curls, and I thought that made this design just so cute. But everyone, I have 5 designs for you today, and every one of them has something to do with lavender. Lavender is one of my favorite herbs, and I love to use that to decorate with in the spring. So if you love these lavender designs as much as I do, make sure you stick around. And I'm not sure if they have a lavender emoji, but if you can't find one of those, maybe just pop something purple there in the comments below, and we'll see how many fun things that we can find that are purple in our emojis, and I'll know that you're sticking with me through this video and watching to the end. But everyone, look at this. Is this not adorable? I think this is the simplest and sweetest little farmhouse spring design that I could create. I just love this one. I love these that are so simple and just full of that spring vibe, and you don't have to do a lot to them to create them. Now for our next design, I am going to be taking 2 more of those $3 wood signs, and this time we're going to put a couple of these together. and make a longer sign. And what I was creating when I was doing this design is I wanted to have like another little bouquet of lavender, and then we're going to turn it into something that you may even be able to use as like a little key hook design. But once we get these little boards put on, we're going to go ahead and paint it with some of our Rust-Oleum white linen again. And those little pieces of wood, that little flat one there, I'll give you a little tip. In the toy section, you can find those little airplanes and all those little wooden pieces. There is lots of fun little pieces of wood that you can use. Well, everyone, I was getting ready to get my paint out, and oh no, here's what happened. But so don't do that. I think my lid was not on tight enough. But I thought I'd show it to you because I thought it was funny. But now I'm going to go ahead and cover this really well in the white linen chalk paint. Dry this really well also. And because you want to make sure that nothing's wet when you stick it onto the boards there. That's happened to me many times before. And this was a really cute little galvanized planner that I found at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. And that's just one of my extra tools from the Cricut. And I use that to poke the holes in the wood, and it works so much better than a pin. So that's another little tip. And of course, I've got my tiny little drill bit. And what I'm going to be using for this, and everyone, if you've not tried this, this is some floral wire. It's the thick one that they have at Hobby Lobby. And I love to use this to just attach things like this because they're on there and they will stay. But if you want to take your designs apart, like I do many times, you can just untwist this and there you go. You can pull this off if you need to use it for a different design, and it's just as easy to pop back on. So if you haven't tried that, definitely give that a try. Now this is a thrift store find, and I really love those little hooks on there. And that was the main reason that I bought this, and I'll probably do something else with the other part of it. But I took all 3 hooks and we're just going to kind of stagger them down beside this little lavender bouquet. And I may just put this one in my laundry room area, and so we can hang our keys on it in the springtime. But I thought this was just something that was really pretty, and you know, most of the little items that you hang your keys on is kind of simple, so I thought this one was fun. So you have to tell me if you would like to make one of these to hang your keys on, because I thought this would be a really nice design for spring. And there's so many different things. You could actually hang your garden tools on there also. But everyone, look how adorable this comes out. And do you not just love the lavender from Dollar General? I think it is so pretty. And I got that moss also there at Michael's. I picked it up in a big bag. Now for our next DIY, absolutely love this one. Here's some more of those stickers from the Craft Your Square section at Dollar Tree. That's a wood sign I paid $3 for in the Dollar Tree Plus section. And I just picked up a pack of these hangers to put on the back. I think I found my hangers at Michael's. They had a pretty good deal on those. And everyone, those little mushrooms, I don't know about you, I have seen them and trying to figure out what am I doing with these. Well, here it is. This is a perfect idea. And if you don't use the same colors that I do, I just think this made the most adorable little mushrooms. So I'm taking some of those little stickers that had the little circle dots, and they kind of have different little things on them. But I just thought that added even more texture to this because I was going to be painting over these. So once I get those all glued on, I decided to elevate my mushrooms because if you haven't guessed it already, we're going to have a lavender field in behind these. So I raised the 2 on each end up a little bit, and then I decided to take one of the taller little pieces of wood, and this is another one of those little pieces of wood that I got in those little like crafty airplane put together things that you pick up in the toy section at Dollar Tree. We're going to take those stickers and I'm going to take those corner pieces and we're going to apply those to each corner. And once again, we're going to be painting over this because I wanted all these designs to have that same color scheme. So I did it with the Rust-Oleum linen white, and then I use that old and gray patina over top of these. And then I do pull in a little bit of that faded burlap by DIY paint to do the stems of the mushroom. But I covered this really well. I think I put a couple coats of white paint on here and just made sure that I had all of the light wood underneath covered. And then I'm going to be taking and just rubbing on some of that gray. But first we got to paint our stems. We're going to take this faded burlap, which I really love that color. I'm going to be using that a lot. I've got a lot more ideas to use with that DIY paint. I really did like that. And I'll definitely be getting some more of that. Make sure you dry all of this really well. And then the next thing that we're going to do is brush on that old and gray patina on the mushrooms. Now I did use a couple of coats on this. I didn't show you. And then I got to where I just started sponging it on to try to get it a little bit thicker because I'm going to be painting all my little white dots on my mushrooms at the end with some brighter white paint just to make them pop a little bit. But everyone, this could not have been cuter. I love the little lavender field in behind these little mushrooms. And you can see I'm really just kind of taking and dabbing that on. And like I said, if these are not your colors, the idea is what I'm really sharing with you because I have way too much gray in my home, everyone, to change all of it. Now I'm going to take that big bag of moss. It was a really good deal. I think I might have paid maybe like $14 or something for that, but that was a really good deal. And that was at Michael's Craft Store. And I just wanted to get all that moss tucked in underneath the mushrooms to make them look like they were popping up out of the grass. And now we're going to start building our little lavender field here soon behind there. Oh, I forgot I did decide to take those little rope pieces that came with the mushrooms and put those to good use and just tie them around the cap of the mushroom there. And once again, here are those beautiful lavender stems that I picked up from Dollar General. Like I said, everyone, I think this one might have been my favorite. I just really liked how neat it looked with those mushrooms and then the lavender filled in behind there. And I put a few in there and then I ended up just tucking all of them in there because I was really liking how that looked. And it looked so pretty hanging up on the wall. So I hope you're still with me. If you are, find some kind of little purple emoji there and let me know that you're still watching our lavender today. I don't know, they may even have a lavender emoji. I hope they do. But everyone, we have a couple more DIYs and I'm not sure what we're going to be working on next week. I'm going to try to get a video out for you on Tuesday, and I have been collecting so many items from the thrift store, so I may do a haul video. So also, if you'd like to see what I found, leave that in the comments below and tell me, yes, I want to see what you found at the thrift store, and I'll definitely get that one up there. And those are some of the items that I will be putting on my website. It's just taken me a while to get everything set up on that website, but we'll get there. There's just seems like there's so much to do all the time. You'll have to let me know if you're like that. But everyone, look at this. This could not be cuter. Now I get it all straightened up and look at this on the wall. Is this not the cutest little design? And I love how the mushrooms are elevated and it looks like they're popping up there in the front of the lavender field. And I just think that it was a neat combo. I wasn't sure how it was going to look, but I'm really happy with it and I hope that you are. Now for our next design, I wanted to make a cute little riser. I had these little white birds that I had picked up, I think it was last year, probably at Hobby Lobby, and they were just adorable. So I ended up using one of them today and put that in this design. But those are little Christmas trees on the bottom of this little wood box. I guess this is just like a little tray. Oh, those are snowmen on the bottom of there. And then that's some more of the stickers. And these are new, these little boxes. And they were in the Crafter Square section and they have the scalloped edges. You'll have to let me know if you've seen those before because this is the first year that I have seen those. But I hope that you guys all held on to those little tiny ornaments. There's snowmen and Christmas tree and angels, and they are perfect for these little designs. And you can see I painted that with that Rust-Oleum white linen. And then I'm really going to drag that old and gray patina from the DIY paint and just dab that all over there because I wanted to pull that gray color in for my decor. And like I said, everyone, can you not picture this in so many different colors, all of these designs to match your own personal decor? And there's that little bird I just love. These are some bird nests that I made out of a wreath. I'll try to find that video for you. And that's a little greenery in a little pot that I found at, once again, Dollar General. And I'm just going to be adding some sprigs, and then I pull out just a touch of my leftover lavender, and I'll be popping that in around the bird. But I thought this made a really cute little design just to set up somewhere. You could set this in your foyer, you could set this in a bathroom, a bedroom, kitchen, anywhere really. Just that little touch of something. This would look adorable even on a nightstand. But I thought this was a really simple and fun little design that added that little touch of spring. And look how beautiful my little bird is sitting there on my little handmade nest with all the little greenery and lavender. Now for our last design today, we're going to be making a little flower planter, and this is going to be so beautiful with the lavender in it, everyone. I'm going to be taking some of the candlesticks from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to trace around the base of these, and I'm going to glue a piece of the cardboard onto the candlestick and then another piece of the cardboard onto the bottom of the tin pail. And then I'm going to glue the cardboards together, and it really helps these hold. And sometimes I have a little problem with the items sticking, but I found out if you can just take and use some kind of paper like this, the papers really stick well to everything. So there's a little tip that I like to use when I'm doing designs like this. But everyone, I'm going to be taking and only creating one of these today because I would be repeating it. So I'm going to do the one with the butterflies. And we're just going to make this have a little bit of a farmhouse look, and it has a little bit of a shabby chic look too, but I think this looks so beautiful with the lavender in it. Now, like I said, when you're cutting your circle out, just make sure that you cut on the inside part of the circle, and that way it will fit onto the base of what you're gluing it on. But everyone, I do hope that you have enjoyed these, like I said today. I know I have really enjoyed creating with the lavender. Lavender is one of my favorite little herbs, and I think it just looks so pretty to use as decor for the spring and the summer decor. Lavender is just so beautiful in the garden, and I've got several of them planted in my little cottage garden, which I'm hoping I'll get to show you this year. It will be in ground now for 1 year, so everything when it comes up should be really pretty. But look how pretty this is going to be. And I think this is the perfect height for me to put my little bouquet arrangement of the lavender in here. And I think it's going to make a beautiful little accent piece no matter where I put it in my home. Now I just decided to take some of the fingernail polish remover and rub on there and just scrub it a little bit. And that takes that home sweet home off of there. It's really hard to cover that sometimes. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get that off of there. And those little puppy pads are perfect to do jobs like this because it collects all the mess and you can just throw it away. Now I'm just going to clean everything up really well. I use a baby wipe and then I just take a paper towel and dry them off to get all that fingernail polish remover off of there. But everyone, I love these for little planters. I just think they're perfect for spring. Now I decided to go with the butterfly one. I just thought that would be pretty. I couldn't decide at first but I'll end up finishing the one with the flowers later because I did want to make 2 of these for my home. Now I will tell you, when you're applying these stickers, you really got to push those on there, and there'll be a few little places that you may have to glue down the edge. And of course you probably already know that hot glue really doesn't stick to the tin metal, but it will hold it long enough for you to paint over top of it. And how we're going to get this to stick is I'm going to be taking some of the matte Mod Podge mixed with my white linen chalk paint, and that combo of the paint and the Mod Podge together will really hold all these stickers on. I have some other little planners that I had made about a year ago that I did that same technique. So don't be afraid to pick up these stickers and do this, because it makes some really beautiful little decor pieces. And I just think it adds that little bit of texture to the design. And of course, I'm going to be painting mine all white and then rubbing a little bit of that old and gray patina on here. And I just think they couldn't be cuter. But everyone, I know you probably see me do a lot of the white and little hints of gray. And that's because, like I said, I have so much gray in my home that there's too much for me to get rid of. And so I just kind of go with it. Now here I am mixing the white linen with the matte Mod Podge, and I kind of start brushing this on, and you'll see me push down some of my little things and hold them in place. But once it dries, I promise these will be stuck on there really well, and then you can just add a clear coat of the matte Mod Podge on here, and that will seal everything up. But everyone, I have so enjoyed these. You'll have to let me know if you are all decorated for spring. I still have so many little things that I want to do, and I have so many designs still yet that I want to share with you. I'm going to do a few more little Easter designs, and of course I've got lots of spring designs still coming up. And I have a bunch of items I think I was telling you at I had picked up at the thrift store, and I want to get those out and maybe do a haul video and show you some of those pieces, because I've been collecting those over the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I've got some really nice little pieces that we're going to be doing a makeover and upcycling, so that's going to be fun to do. And now you can see I'm kind of dabbing that paint on there a little bit, and that's just to kind of get everything pushed down. And as you're drying this, it will kind of start sealing in those little stickers. Now I'm just going to take some of that old and gray patina, rub that right on there, and I just kind of go over it here and there and then start rubbing it in a little bit with my hand. The reason I did that with my hand actually was to make sure that all my little stickers were sealed in place. And it was starting to turn out really pretty. I think it's such a wonderful little piece. To me, it has a little bit of the shabby chic, little vintage feel, but we're gonna put it in our farmhouse decor just because that's what we're doing this month. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my lavender stems. Everyone, once again, those are some beautiful lavender stems from Dollar Tree. Just love those. I hope I can find some more, and I hope that you can. Now I'm going to fill this up really full. I'm just going to use all the little lavender stems that I have on here, and that's going to be a really pretty little spring bouquet that you can really set anywhere in your home. Well, everyone, you'll have to let me know if you had a favorite that I created today. I think I'm still loving my little mushrooms in front of the lavender field, and I do enjoy this little bouquet. I think this will be a keeper for sure. But everyone, that's it for today's video, and here's a little video so you can see it displayed, and I hope that you enjoyed these. Well, everyone, have a wonderful and blessed day, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon.